Covenant Amillennialism, a classic eschatological position from Reformation times. Let's take a look at Covenant Amillennialism, but with a historicist outlook on the Great Tribulation period. Here's the illustration of Covenant Amillennialism and with a historicist outlook pertaining to the Great Tribulation. And again, this is a chart representing covenant theology. So the spheres do not represent dispensations, and the colors don't represent different peoples, but rather the spheres just represent different stages that the church has gone through, different phases it's been in the past. And on the left you have the beginning of our history with the creation and the fall. You have the formation of the church at that time. And the church then progresses through the beginning of Genesis there. And we arrive at the time when God calls out Abraham. And from that point forward then, the church consisted really of the descendants of Abraham who were faithful to God. And so the church had gone through a transformation at that point. But then it progresses on through the Old Testament here. And then the time for Christ comes, and the kingdom age began. And that would be in Acts 2, for the Covenant Amillennialists who really know what they're talking about. They place the start of the kingdom in Acts 2. And then the remaining part of the brown sphere there just kind of fades off because God wasn't dealing with a national Israel after Acts 2. But they did receive the divine cursings and judgments. So the end of the sphere just kind of fades off out, and the Christian church era begins there in Acts 2. And then what you see really is the red shaded area. This would be the historicist perspective on the Great Tribulation. That's a very long period of time and has been unfolding throughout the church age. So the red shaded area covers basically the same span of time as the prophesied kingdom age. So we're in this spiritual kingdom age today, yet we are in the tribulation today, being persecuted by the man of sin, which is regarded as the Roman pontiff at whatever time you're living. The Roman Pope is the Antichrist in this view. And it's a long ongoing persecution. It's been going on since, I don't know, 5th century, I guess. And continues today. So we're in the tribulation and we're in the kingdom at the same time. It's amazing. That's a big fat contradiction to all of Bible prophecy, for those of you that aren't aware. The Great Tribulation comes before the kingdom, and the kingdom and tribulation are not the same span of time. But in this view, we indeed are in both the tribulation and the kingdom, and it's been this way now for hundreds and hundreds of years. And then at the close of the kingdom age, which would coincide with the close of the Great Tribulation, then the Lord returns from heaven, where I have it marked there, the parousia, the coming of the Lord and His presence. He'll come from heaven to end the kingdom and to end the Great Tribulation at the same time. And then there will be a universal single resurrection of all men for judgment, And there will be the conflagration that Peter refers to, and then the new heavens and new earth after that point. And there you go. There's a look at Covenant Amillennialism with a historicist outlook. And that would be the view held by Martin Luther and John Calvin and other men like that. So I hope you found the video helpful. Share it with others. Tell others about my channel. And I'll see you next time.